All right, so here we are with another video, and these were actually the videos that I was going to try to cover in a live stream. And for some reason, my well, not for some reason. This is this is an older MacBook Pro, so I'm not surprised. Couldn't handle it, and I'm just lazy. I've been meaning to buy the new MacBook with the M1 processor or whatever the fuck. I've been meaning to buy it. I'm just lazy as fuck and just have. Well, and also because coronavirus is out, and I don't like the like I want to go in there and and experiment with it before I buy it kind of thing. So I just haven't bought it yet, man. So I'm still on this 10-year-old MacBook Pro. So yeah, this it just is just not handling what I tried to do with it on the last live stream. So anyway, first I'm gonna cover this video. You guys can read it. It says, New York resident breaks down the street worker game in Cartagena, Colombia. And man, and to be honest, I skimmed through about the first maybe 30, 45 seconds. And it sounds like what he's saying is that's generally the ball game where, especially once you leave the U.S., that's the general game, in the normal world, like where bitches aren't glorified just because they're bitches on a massive level. Like this is what you're gonna get. Like once you get out once you get out of U.S. and the U.K. and you get like out of there, like you'll be finding model bitches fucking for $50, $60. Like you walk in there with 50 USD or 40 euro or some shit, and you walk in that room, like you're going to be fucking model bitches, and a lot of them they gonna be happy to do it because that taboo isn't there. Like, see, because in these Western worlds, we created this glorification of women that they deserve everything and blah blah blah. And so like in the U.S., okay, for example, like okay, the same girls you gonna be fucking in Prague brothels for $50 in the U.S., they gonna be charging you at least 500 to fuck with them because the dynamics off. But anyway, we're gonna start the video. First, I'm gonna do this one. Then probably tomorrow I'll do the other two. So yeah, here we go. No, here we go.
I'm 34, and I'm from somewhere in the United States. I come to Cartagena about 2 or 3 times a year. My first time coming to Colombia, of course, was in 2017. My very first day, I was outside. I was with my boy, and we seen two pretty girls. We approached them regularly, trying to talk to them, trying to flirt with them, and they was vibing. And a few moments later, they told me it's $100 an hour. That particular time, I didn't feel the right pain for women. I never did it before, so I turned them down. A couple days later, I finally saw a girl that I really liked. I approached her, and the rest is history. Women in Cartagena usually run for about $50 to $100 US. $100 for the top of the line joints, the one with the plastic surgery, with the nice ass, and, nice titties, nice shape, very pretty face, very well put together, the Instagram looking chicks.
Sure.
And then, $50 to $70, it's about, you get a decent looking woman, average, but average in Colombia is like bad as fuck. United States understand the contrasts and differences. And then, you can always get yourself like a little bust down chick for like $40 US, that kind of stuff. If any dude go to Colombia and say that they paid a chick $20, $30, just know that he fucked a busted down looking chick, She was probably raggedy and busted down. Cause ain't no way you're not getting pussy out there for no less than $50 US.
Oh my god. Come on, baby. 120 pesos. Es muy bien.
No, see, I don't do that wheeling and dealing shit with bitches. I'd never do that. I'm not a wheeling dealing type of person. Cause see, okay, I'm gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna tell you, look, the reason why I don't do that wheeling and dealing shit is, see, once you got a bitch thinking that she's a little smart and can compete with you, that if, personally speaking, that's not worth it to me after that. Because then she's gonna be trying to weasel everything about her. She's gonna be trying to weasel out something else after that, and like that just messes up the whole flow. See that nickel and diamond wheeling and dealing with bitches. I don't do that. I don't do that in life. I don't do that in life. If I want to buy something, you tell me how much you want for it. And then I just make the decision right there. Either I'm gonna do it or I'm not. I'm not gonna sit there and wheel and deal with you. I'm not a wheel and dealing type of person. Now I'm not mad at people who are wheeling and dealing, who like to do it. Personally, especially when it comes to women, I don't do that. I don't do that because, like I said, once you walk in there and this wheeling and dealing, well, how about 120 an hour? Well, we work 135 an hour. Well, okay, and then let y'all walk off, and then you pay the bitch 120 an hour, which she was really wanting 135. Now she's gonna have this foul attitude, and you know what I'm saying. Now you have to work with it and all this shit. It's just not work. Once they start doing shit like that, man, just walk away. Just bounce on them. Just bounce on them. Just walk the just once they start. Well, I like this. You know what I'm saying? No. This is how I would advise you deal with hookers. Ask her how much, or she's gonna tell you, and you make the decision. Either you gonna do it or not. My opinion on it is don't sit there and wheel and deal with them, man. Because after you done sat there and wasted your time trying to figure out, you know, what she's gonna do it for, and now she's mad because she ain't getting what she really wants, and you know what I'm saying, all this, and now all this hassle you gonna put up with later. You'd been better off go find the one who'd been happy to do it for, you know, whatever you was looking for, or just do something else in life. That's just me.
Constitutions legal in Colombia. It's very widespread. You be having breakfast, you see a couple pretty girls walk in, and you already know what time it is. They see you, they walking down the street, they saying something like, "Papi, how you doing? Come on, baby, I love you, baby." Now, in order to communicate with these policies, obviously there's a language barrier, and most of these women out here, they don't speak English. So what you gotta do to communicate with them is use Google Translate. So you type it in, whatever phrase you want to say in English, and you know, they respond, you give it to them, and they respond back in Spanish, and that's how you have a conversation.
Yeah, and that part, like, yeah, I can see that part definitely being real, man. Because, like, the Americas are really so separated to where, like, yeah, you will have a higher chance with them with people not knowing any other language than the primary language there. Like, you're gonna have a high chance of that. See, like in Europe, you're gonna have a high chance. Like, you might come across a hooker that she speaks 5 different languages. Well, on top of that, and never went to school for any of them. She just, you know, she picked it up through working or YouTube or whatever the fuck. So yeah, I definitely vouch for that. But like these Americas, see that's why, that was another reason why when I went to Argentina some years ago, and I was actually going to just stay in Argentina for a while, but there was a few reasons why I didn't stay, and that was one of the big reasons. Is that down there, it's like America, where like if you don't speak the number one language, the primary language, then you got to learn our language or get out type of thing. Like they're not impressed. You know, it's not as admired to be walking around speaking 5 languages, you know, in the Americas, on this side of the world. Now, once you get over there, like on that other side of the world, yeah, you'll have a much better. You're gonna find somebody who can speak your language over there, like somebody. But once you go there, you stay in these North South Americas, man. Like, yeah, you gonna have problems with that. That was one of the reasons why I didn't stay.
When you go to the beach, there's prostitutes all over the beach. You know, they see you, they coming up to you. People who work at the beach, serving drinks, who selling your canopies. They'll sell your canopy and be like, "Yo, do you want some girls? If you want them, I'm gonna set the whole thing up." So what happens is, come under your section at the beach, you under your canopy, and you know, you gotta get them drinks, food, whatever the case is. And before you know it, you spent like $200, and that's before you even sleep with the prostitute.
It's okay, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make fun of him a little bit right there. See, he done told on himself for falling into a tourist trap. Cause see, that dude who came up and seen you, he seen you as a target before you knew it. You spent the $100. Look, man, the average wage. Let's Google the average wage in Colombia right now. Let's just. Okay, hang on. Let's see, average wage in. Cause he just like, I'm not trying to make fun of him. But he essentially he just told on himself right there for being okay. So the average wage Colombia is $441 per month per month. Make sure I'm getting this right. Well, not okay. Wait. So what's this? 5 to live comfortably. It says. 800 to $100 per month. Okay, so usually in countries like this, where it's around that rate, so let's just give it even a $200 boost. Let's say $1,200. Let's say the average wage is $1,200 per month. Let's like Prague, the average wage is essentially about 12. Let's just give it Prague's rate, $1,200 per month. You do not spend before you know it $100 in bars unless unless either A, you're in like a legit like high end place area, or B, they seen you as a target. And chances are, if they came to then this is just a tutorial for whenever you guys do go out and travel. The world knows men want pussy. Okay, the entire world knows it. So if a guy comes up to you with the promise of women, he's gonna tax you for it. All right, and he's gonna wheel and deal, get you feeling good and all that to get it out of you. All right, so you have to remember this. If something seems too comfortable, too good to be true, there's usually a reason for that. Usually.
This club out there is like a regular dance club, but it's mostly an escort club. Mm-hmm. So the moment you walk in there, it's filled with nothing but prostitutes, and they're all bad as fuck. That's my favorite place to go and pick up prostitutes, because there's a lot of competition in there. So the women there, their prices is a little lower than the street. So if you go in there, you might see something you like. There's too many of them to not leave with one. They all bad. Whatever your type is, you're gonna find it in there. So you walk into the spot. From the time you go to the bathroom or to the bar, you're getting groped by like 8 or 9 women. Mm-hmm. And they all do the same thing.
Yeah, that you getting groped by. Yeah, that's essentially what it's like in brothel. And when you go to like a cool brothel, that's what it was gonna be. They gonna reach and grab for your dick and all that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now personally, I'm not the type of guy that goes to clubs. I've never liked clubs. The only reason I ever went to clubs was just to go. If someone asked me to go and I had nothing to do and I was bored, then I'd end up going to a club. I've never liked clubs, man. Strip clubs, dancing clubs, I've never been a fan of. And the thing was, every time I would go to a strip club, like one of the girls like trying to get me out of there kind of thing. Because they could tell I'm the one who doesn't want to be there. Type of shit. But yeah, man. When it comes to prostitutes, the core thing is this. Like I said, once you leave, the U.S. and the U.K., you gonna be finding like good. Like he said, like an R8 girl in Colombia is like bad as fucking America, but mostly because American women, there's no incentive for American women to better themselves. There's no incentive for it. There's none because they know the government's gonna take care of them. If not that, like I always say, 70% of all women are at least obese. So if she has any type of figure to herself, well, she'll have thousands of betas waiting on Tinder to text back. So it's like they have no incentive to better themselves here. Whereas like like a 9 in America, like she will immediately fall to a 6.57 at best. Anywhere else on the planet. That's just how it works. I'm about to say most places on the planet. That's just how it's going to work. America, I can speak specifically more for America than the UK because I didn't spend a lot of time in the UK, but I spent a lot. I'm from the US. But yeah, here in the US, man, women, they don't have a reason to better themselves. So once you get out if you're in the U.S., once you get out the U.S. and you see, what other women are, and what they're willing to do, and like what they're willing to do and what they are, and that women can still be actually feminine and not demand shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because the government's not gonna wipe their ass if they get pregnant by you and all that shit. Like if they get pregnant by you in other countries, and a lot of other countries, child support is not the same hustle like it is in the U.S. Child support in other countries, like a lot of other countries, bitches be lucky to get $50 a month from the government, and the government just says, "Look, survive." So that changes the whole ball game up. They can't get away with the same dumb shit like they get away with it here in the States specifically. They just can't do it. They can't do it. So they have to approach the whole game on a more relatively decent level, on a more manageable level to deal with them, in public type of shit. But anyway, that's the video, man. This is going to be a shorter video. I just got to eat. I just got done running around. I got to go run out again. But yeah, that's the video, man. Oh, by the way, yeah, my bad. I haven't responded to many people on, anywhere because I've just been too busy lately. But yeah, I'm going to get to the messages here. Probably either later today. Definitely by the weekend, though. What's today? Thursday? When is today? Yeah, today's Thursday. So definitely by the weekend. I'll probably try to do a live stream later today, though. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Bye.